Welcome to Chicago where the MCs play, and we wreck down microphones every day. Big beats hit the street, see gangsters roaming, and parties don't stop till 8 in the morning. On top of Sears Tower overlooking the sky. Oh my, it's alumni from Bolingbrook High, controlling the ride. Oh no, yo, who rapping again? Man, you know Profound is back at it again. You had to give in to this freestyle killing machine. Ain't nobody out there that be iller than me. Mike Love and the D.I.Z. for all y'all. We don't kick it to your party less it's women wall to wall. My rep go far to the depths of the ghetto. You wanna come holla, keep dollars like Creflo. Look at my eyes and see I'm a key spittin'. Chicago Bears with the defense, I keep blitzing. Keep the Nina on my hip, you wanna see her? To get me on your song, give me half like Juanita. We don't need you, one of my words will give you seizures. Eric B and Rakim, you should still follow the leader. Standing by the speaker, suddenly I had this. Industry congested like Windy City traffic. You ain't got the magic, you ain't going for broke. I'm a master on the track like Tone the Pope. Profound, showing you how rap should be. Man, your girl is in the party chasing after me. Mercedes-Benz invented a new class for me. You wanna learn how to rhyme? Call and ask for me. Holla. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, welcome to Chicago where the MCs play, and we wreck down microphones every day. Big beats hit the street, see gangsters roaming, and parties don't stop till 8 in the morning. It's alumni from Bolingbrook High.
All right, y'all, what's up? This is your host, Marc Lovell for Chicago Loop. You know, the TV show where you get to talk about stuff uncandid. There's no filter here. This is my show, so I tell it and do it how I want to do it. You know, got blessed with a real good interview this week from my man Griffen. You know, he got a new project coming out, single, all in it with GLC. It's killing everything right now. You know, he's the next to blow up. He should have already been done it, but he had to flip his script a little bit, take care of a little family business, and he's back at it, and he's killing everything out here. Also, man, I got interviews coming up with the boy Profound, another dope MC from Chicago, also a Bolingbrook affiliate like myself. You might have heard some of his music in the trailer that came on right before this, but the man is real dope. Got a lot of MCs coming through, got poets coming through. I got the girl Evie Wells, she'll be on the show. Get a real nice interview with her. Also, man, everybody outside, I know it's getting warm outside. You know, I hate to cut to it just like that, but it's on my mind right now. It's getting warm outside and people back outside acting a fool, man. You don't have to do that just because it gets hot outside. Sometimes, man, just enjoy the weather and chill. Be easy with each other. Nobody needs to get killed over some BS, man. That's bullshit. You know what I mean? So just chill out, enjoy the weather, and enjoy life. Take some pride in your life, man, because these lives are being taken way too easy. You know what I mean? So I'm going to chill on that for right now. You know, it's a lot of stuff going on and a lot of talk, a whole lot of talk, and this is one of my favorite subjects, about the boy Floyd Mayweather. Everybody was talking about how he's so scared of Pacquiao, how he's avoiding Pacquiao. Now it's signed up, and when he get in that ass, I don't want to hear none of y'all Pacquiao fans talking crazy and trying to discredit that man. Oh, he waited too long for Pacquiao to get older. He's older than Pacquiao, so I don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? Pacquiao was a great fighter. I admire the man, but he ain't doing nothing with Floyd. He ain't got nothing for him. Floyd gonna get that ass. You watch what I tell you. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I talked about the Adrian Broner fight. You know, he did his thing. He came back. He, you know, bounced back from a loss from Maidana. Everybody was giving the man a real hard time. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, man, support your people. Support your people. Stop going against your people. And that's whatever race. I don't care what race you are, but y'all know what race I'm talking about. I'm talking about us. We do that on the regular. We done made that a real bad habit. So support your people. Don't kick the man when he's down. Don't kick your neighbor when he's down, and just everybody be real easy with each other, man. It'll be a better place. Everybody out here talking about want to get money, I want to do this, I want to do that, and that's fine. But it ain't what you do so much as how you do it. All money ain't good money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not holier than thou. I used to be out in the streets doing a lot of things, but I had to figure out a different way to go, a different route to take. And I'm telling everybody out there, you don't have to do what's easily accessible to be successful. You don't have to conform to what everybody else is doing. Be original. People love originality. So be original and come through with your own demo. Make it, blaze your own path. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nobody out here or no friends of mine or even affiliates of mine that's seeking to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? Everybody make bad decisions from time to time, but come on now, we got to wake up. It's 2015 and everybody needs to get some legitimate money. It's out here for y'all. All you got to do is find your avenue and stop taking the easy way out all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I just want to let y'all know that I'm here every week. Anybody want to contact me, you want to be a host or a guest on the show. Also, now that I think about it, I'm looking for a female correspondent. I want her to do the female part of it. It's a lot of it that I don't like, but I couldn't see myself going out like that talking about a bunch of females that I may see on TV watching it with my girl or my daughter or something like that. So I need a female correspondent, so I'm looking for her. Also, I need a male correspondent so they can kind of bounce stuff off of each other from the male and the female perspective. What else we got going on? Check out my man Jonathan London, man. He's doing it real big. He's making a name, and he's blazing his path out here with this modeling and the acting, and he's getting into producing and directing as well. So support that man. What up, JL? Let's see what else we got on the table. All you parents, man, please. I ain't saying invade your kids' privacy, but please stay up with your children, man. There's a lot of kids out here, especially in the suburbs, that are really messing with that heroin. It's an epidemic out here in these suburbs, and parents, we need to stay on top of that. And if I see your kid doing something wrong, messing with some drugs or anything like that, and I have any way to get in contact with you, I will do that. And please do the same for me. We losing our kids out here enough with this gun violence. We definitely don't need them delving into the realm of heroin. That's not what's up. So everybody, man, as parents, we got to watch our kids. And I want to bring it back to when it was a community where it was a village that was raising children, not just one person. But, hey, times change, but then they go back. Everything moves in 360. So we all got to make our moves and do something to progress us as a people. And that's all people, no particular race. Also, another thing I wanted to touch on, is, these kids with the bullying and the cyberbullying and stuff like that, man, that ain't cool. Talk to your kids. Again, parents, talk to your kids and tell them that it doesn't make you look good to make somebody else look bad. It really makes you look bad because you're obviously the one with the issues. So parents, again, we all got to stick together and we got to get it together. And we got to get our kids together because that's our future. I don't want to be no 75, 80-year-old, senior citizen, and I can't even go outside my house because these kids are wilding out because their parents never spent any time with them or took the time to teach them the right things. So we definitely got to do that as parents. And even if you're doing it now, try to do it to the next kid. You know what I'm saying? If you see a kid in need, don't talk about the kid, don't down the kid. Try to help him out because you never know what he or she may be going through. And that little conversation that you have with them may save that kid's life or at least keep him out of prison or something like that. So please, everybody, let's get it together. Make this summer record-breaking, but not in a bad way or in a negative way. Let's make it record-breaking with how few deaths we have, how few murders we have this summer, and how good of a time it was. I mean, we can't even have, last year was the first year that I can ever remember growing up in Chicago where they didn't have fireworks on the 4th of July down at Grant Park, at the Taste and all that, man. That's something wrong with us. That ain't nothing that they're doing. That's something wrong with us. And if y'all haven't got out there and voted, and if you're not voting, please go do that. You know what I'm saying? I know if you're a felon, it's a little bit more difficult for you, but it's still avenues that you can do. Now, I sometimes don't believe in any of the candidates, but I will go out and vote for the simple fact that people worked real hard for us to have that right. So we have to do that as a people and give and just show that respect and that homage to those people who lost their lives or who fought for us to have that right. So, man, without further ado, like I said, check out my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. Everything is either No Training Wheels or Marc Lovell. I'm moving so fast, I don't know which is which, but if you want to get up with me and find out what I'm doing, check out No Training Wheels or either Marc Lovell, and that's Marc with a C, MarcLovell. Right now, we're going to kill this and get into the interview with my man Griffen. Love. What's up, y'all? We're here for the first installment of Chicago Loop. I'm here with my man Griffen, Chicago legend, been doing this thing, one of the illest MCs in Chicago history and across the country for that matter. And we're going to start off We're going to go into everything from the inception to when I actually met this man. We used to be in the group together, the Freeloaders, me, Griffen, Dirty MF, and man Gimme. So here we go.
Gimme.
What's up, Griff? What's good, bro?
Chilling, man.
All right.
You already know.
Yeah. So you've been doing your thing for a long time, you know, out here putting out music, mixtapes. You done been across the country doing your thing. How long have you been actually recording yourself and writing songs?
Man, for as long as I can remember, really, like, you know, Cisco, my brother, was a DJ, so I was always on that penning songs. Like, the first time I recorded something was over, you know, back in the day, Marc had 12 inches and shit, and if you bought a 12-inch, DJ had 12-inch singles or whatever, but you had, like, the instrumental, acapella, all the versions of the song.
Right.
So DOC was, like, my favorite dude still.
Me
probably,
too.
You know what I'm saying?
Me
still,
too.
Probably
no one can do it better.
Forever, but that album was the shit, but they dropped the It's Funky Enough single first, and it had the instrumental on there.
Right.
So, like, that instrumental that no one could do it better. Like, I recorded to all DOC instrumentals, so this was, like, I had to be, like, 9, 10 years old, some shit like that.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that was really, like, my first recording was recording myself. The first time I thought I was in the studio, the environment was Gravity, my man Gravity.
Shout out to Grav.
You know what I'm saying? We met on 4030, stayed on 4030 at a roommate named Heritage. And Heritage played like horns and shit, a couple instruments, but he had a Tascam 4-track recorder in his room. So the first joint I recorded, I ended up getting Gravity on the hook. And at the time, like, he was a established, you know what I'm saying, underground artist.
He's one of the first cats to get signed out of Chicago.
Yeah, with the
Let's Talk About
Down
Sex.
to Earth,
And
the sex
the
song,
video for it.
Which oddly enough, like, then Gravity do a song called Sex, MTV won't play the video because it's called Sex. But now, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, just because it's called
How the
Sex,
times have changed.
but you could totally, like, have a whole sex scene
Right,
now
right.
or whatever, and that's all good for prime time. But, you
Right.
know, different strokes, different folks. But shout out to Gravity. But that was, like, the first recording experience, and then after that, it was Stefan, Tony Baines, and Marco, Monkey House. You know,
Right, yeah,
level
out
up
west,
every
right?
time,
Yeah.
level up every time. So yeah, it's
I remember that spot. I remember you used to go in and lock yourself in. Everybody come to the studio, and that was
it was a wild spot too, cause like just to put it all in perspective, like, so Spo was from Rubber Room. He lived next door. His roommate was Ravon, who ended up, that's Chief Keef manager. You know what I'm saying? Like Uncle Ro, Ravon manages Chief Keef. He lived next door to the spot. You know what I'm saying? And then like the who's who of Chicago underground with Spillane's recorded there. You know, Thought 4, all of them. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
right.
Underground Marks or whatever, JP Symmetric. So it was like a interesting spot to be around, influence-wise or whatever. Like all of those dudes kind of branched out and still ended up doing something in music 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, that's Chicago old school shit. A lot of niggas don't know about them stories.
Yeah.
I said the Monkey House, Gravity Studios, like, we fucked that studio up, G. Like, it was unintentional, but like they stopped recording rappers for like 10 years after a session. We had a session, it was Side Night. We was like all shorties,
Right.
16, 17, whatever.
Now who are the members of Side Night, the original members of Side Night?
Shit, it's like, it's too many original members, but
The core.
Rhyme Fest, Jagani, 2, Memo, Woody, OGN dudes, Snuggie, Pie.
Shout out to my man Pie too.
Sinai was an interesting little conglomerate on some Chicago Wu-Tang.
Right,
almost,
exactly.
But it was like,
That's why I said the core, because it was so many.
It was so many.
So many people that was involved with that, but it was the core. You know, it was maybe 8 or 9 members that was really there in the inception and really brought that Sinai. Like that's a name that you can go anywhere in any hip hop circle, they know who Cyanide is.
In the city, just because we was on, like that was when rap was real sport. You know what I'm saying? It was like more sport. So we was like, we was the Smashers. We was like the British Bulldogs in the WWF
Right,
or something.
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was always a cage match when you're dealing with Cyanide. Like that was just, we took it that serious. You know what I'm saying? Where rap and bars or whatever, it's more so like the dance crews and shit is now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like everybody want to dance and all the shows, but before it was like niggas clicked up on some rap shit. You know what I'm saying? And we got 20 dudes that'll serve any 20 dudes. Or
Right.
we got 2 dudes that'll serve 20 of your dudes. You
Exactly,
know what I'm saying? Like, however
exactly.
it need to happen. So yeah, that was a
Exactly.
dope time in Chicago. But the battle circuit is not what the battle circuit was. Like, it exists now, and it's now like they got sponsorships and corporate shit or whatever, but like it's now like written, prepared lines, you know what I'm saying? You know your opponent a month in advance.
Right,
I'm finna
right.
go Google this nigga, write down all this little, it wasn't
Right.
like that. Like, if I'm finna battle a nigga, like I just
I don't
met
know
this
you.
dude,
I don't
right?
know
I
you.
just met
I don't
this
care
nigga
who
right
you are.
now.
You getting served.
Like, the major skill as far as we was concerned was
Right.
like, it's like not the rhyme itself, it's being able to put it together like that.
On the
You know
spot.
what I'm saying? And it's dope, and it made sense, and this nigga is in time to the measure of the beat. You know what I'm saying? Where
Right.
now it's like, it's a cappella, there is no beat. Niggas be like, yo, hold on, between lines and
Right.
shit. You know, where
Why
it's
they
like,
trying
there's no
to compute,
cohesiveness.
right.
Not even that, they just trying to like calm you down so they can remember the line they had written.
Right. And that's the thing. A lot of battles now, alluding to what you were just talking about, anytime I see what's supposed to be a battle, and whether it's the guy that's rapping, his crew, and they're finishing the lines for him, or people in the crowd know the song, that's not a battle that's not a freestyle to me. Where the freestyle was when we was coming up was I can anytime on the spot rhyme. Period.
Off the top of my-
You know,
off the top.
period. It wasn't, you know, I wrote something to a different beat from the beat that I had tracked it with. That's what it is
So
now.
as far on the street battle shit, but it was sometimes like you get in a competition level where some of those dudes had some prepared lines, but they didn't have prepared verses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it may be some
You
go-to
had punch
lines,
lines,
like,
right.
yeah, some like, I always pull this out because the crowd,
Right.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just shit, like playing sports. You know what I'm saying? You got a sweet spot on the floor, or
Right.
you might go, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you got to hit that sweet spot. I ain't mad at that shit, but I'm not
No
mad at
doubt.
the shit at all. It's
No
just
doubt.
different, whereas
Yeah.
you got a whole prepared verse that's a battle rap, or a nigga really coming off the dome with that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's still equally as potent. Like, that's where you're losing, where more people get into the game that probably shouldn't have been because they couldn't do it on that level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's my only issue with it, but it's all good. Like,
Yeah.
I like the fact that hip-hop is expanding and it's in more places.
Right.
And you can get these corporate sponsorships and niggas can go and make money doing this shit
Right.
or whatever. Like, that shit's
At least
dope
you're
to me
doing
on
something
any level.
positive and
Yeah.
constructive.
That shit's dope to me. That's all
Yeah.
good. I don't have no issues with that shit. I'm not saying that shit's whack. It's just different. It's levels to that shit, and that's just a different level of this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the man Griffen, you know, he's still in the game, and I do a different game now with, you know, with my talk shows and writing the films and stuff like that. So I'm gonna say it. I think a lot of this shit is whack as hell. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of these people have talent. I'm not just talking about rappers. I'm talking about a lot of stuff across the board. It's just a lot of people that just get on by pretending that there's something that they're not. And I think that takes away from the validity of the art form. If you
And
are
that's being allowed now, which is retarded. Like,
Exactly.
It's being allowed to happen. It's being accepted. Like, now if I go and bang on some niggas for being whack, pause. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I go bang on niggas for being whack and shit, I'm a hater.
Exactly.
Like, you can't just be whack. Like, I have to be a fucking hater. Like,
Exactly.
you just can't be garbage. Like, nothing's garbage now.
Right.
If a nigga, oh, let him get his money, nigga,
Right.
that's the worst
Right.
excuse ever. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Going into that, what is your take on as far as why the level of competition has depleted completely? My take on it is that everybody want to be fucking friends. Everybody, you can make a song, bubblegum in the dish, and you got Drake, Lil Wayne,
Might
Nicki
hop on it, or
Minaj,
they gonna
and
reference
and
that
all these
shit,
people
or-
are on it.
Yeah.
So nobody can say that it's whack because they're on the song and they participated in it. Where it used to be where it was squads, it was Wu-Tang, it was Rockefeller, it was
Def Squad,
it was
yeah.
Def Squad, it was Death Row. You know what I'm saying? It was everybody. So if Rockefeller make a hot ass song, then somebody else gonna be like, shit, we gotta step our game up. That shit was dope as hell. But now I see that, in my opinion, that's how I see it. And everybody is just friends. There's no competition. You can't raise the bar when everybody is playing on the same plane.
It wouldn't be good for the NBA.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna
Like-
block his shot because
Like I
he's my
told- We
friend.
was talking about this before when I said the Michael Strahan.
Right,
the
with Brett
lap
Favre.
breaking the set, like Brett Favre gave him the sack. Dude,
Right.
Just let him sack him. Like, that's not, I don't want that sack. Dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I ain't get it, to be able to do that,
right.
I don't want that sack. You know what I'm saying?
So you've been in the game basically since from the 90s to 2000 to after the 210.
Quick Twitter story, he was, Scarface was looking for beats, doing a new album, you know what I'm saying? And he tweeted that out. So I told him I ain't had no beats, but I'll send him some music through the little link he put up.
Okay.
A couple weeks went past, and he called my phone. Like, I ain't answer the phone because it was a Texas
right.
number, you know what I'm saying? Be screening that, you know how that go. And he shot me a text. He was like, this Face. I was like, Face who? Like, what? Then he called me, and I still couldn't believe it, you know what I'm saying? But we talked for a couple hours, and it was just tripped out, like, having a conversation with Scarface, and he playing, like, music I sent him in the background.
Word?
Like, tripping off of it, like, B-Boycott, a couple little joints, but it was just surreal, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you shot him B-Boycott?
Down the ride, flow formaldehyde. This shit sounding like real life. Blow a hole in a mountainside, touch water and make steam. I'm hot as burnt jerk. Birds chirp to my word work. This worth earth. I inhale perp, and perps get murk. Burp, exhale hell. Lurk like a demon in church. I'm perched atop the. What up? What up? What up?
Hey, that's one of my favorite cuts. I remember we was out in Cali. Came out to Cali for the Black Ice project with Ice-T and Black Silver. Shout out to both of them.
Yes, sir.
And, man, we was in the studio, Bionic Studio, and we was getting the show together. You remember we was getting the show together? We had just got in the studio. What studio? Inglewood?
In Inglewood,
right.
California, yes, sir.
Right. We was getting the...
Shout out to Hyde Park Avenue.
Right, for sure. We was getting the show together, putting together, and he just played me a song, B-Boycott. And while he was playing it, he wasn't even planning on doing it. And what is this, 2008?
Yeah, this was 2008.
2008? You know what I'm saying?
A minute ago.
Right. And the man was playing the song, and he was performing the song while he was doing it. We sit in the studio. I'm sitting in this shit like I'm in the crowd watching the man perform. The shit was so ill, and it touched on so many topics that was relevant then and relevant now. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, you gotta...
B-Boycott, that's like I don't know if just from an artist perspective, but that's like, while I was recording that song, like when I laid the verse, and when I was done, I played it back, like, niggas started crying. I ain't even gonna lie about this shit, like a tear. Tears just come, like, that shit was some crazy shit where I was just like,
man,
what the fuck? But that record led to, like, when Scarface heard it, he's like, oh shit.
Because when I heard
me based off that, just on some like, hey man, like, whatever you doing, like, I want to kind of, you know, put my name behind whatever it is you're doing, because I believe in what you got cracking, and you know, from there, shit, here we are, like, you know, that's my aunt. Fuck with him heavy, you know what I'm saying?
And what's the new project you got out? You got a joint dropping today, right?
The new shit, All In It dropped this week. The new single with GLC, that shit's on iTunes and Google Play.
Shout out to GLC.
Produced by Bionic. But yeah, All In It, that shit just hit this week. It's doing pretty good and shit. I'm getting good reviews on that shit.
Where can they download it?
That's everywhere. iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Amazon, that shit. All of your...
Cop that. Do yourself a favor.
Shit. It's everywhere. But Reanimated EP, May 5th. But one of the dudes that was there is Doug Infinite, who, you know, he fuck with Calm, fuck with all them shit. So I'm not around for this point, but we get off stage, Doug come up to you, and he's talking to you, I'm talking to somebody else, whatever, man. He says to you what?
He says to me, man, that shit was dope, man. Y'all killed that shit. We whopped the bam. Man, how that hook go again? So me on some goofy shit, not peeping it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still, you know what I'm saying, in the whole thing.
Shit. Now, after the motherfucking, all that shit happened, he tell me, oh man, that nigga Doug Infinite was like, I was like, oh shit, that's dope. He fuck with Dion. That's No ID and Common and them and shit. So
right.
That's dope and shit, whatever. Nigga, I'm listening to HBK like 8 months later. HBK is on shit. Everybody in Chicago knows. Shout out to HBK, JP Chill, all them Pugs Adams and shit. But I'm listening to HBK, and they like, yo, we got this new Common joint from the new album. He was about to put out One Day It'll All Make Sense album and shit.
Right.
We got this new Common joint with Doug Infinite. We finna play that shit in a minute. Da 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 da. Like, cool. The record come on. It's my motherfucking hook,
dissected like a motherfucker.
One Too Many Niggas. I'm like, nigga, are you fucking kidding? So I hit Spark. Hey, dude, hey. I'm like, the nigga that was talking, like, that was Doug Infinite, right? He like, yeah. I'm like, this nigga done took this shit to Com, G.
And stole our hook. All right, y'all. That's going to conclude the interview with the immortal Griffen, Chicago's finest, one of Chicago's finest.
Shit was dope. Thanks for having me, cuz.
No doubt, fam. Yes, hey, video come out, man. Let's get it on here.
Man, the video gonna be on here, but quicker than that, nigga, we finna get into these films, G. I'm finna start knocking some of these movies down. Like, that shit is what's on deck next, beyond the music. Like, multimedia, man. Content providers. That's really
what I do.
That's what we do. So,
yes, sir.
We got mini films coming. We got videos coming. We got visuals. We got all kind of shit. And it's hella music always on deck. Know that shit. And, yo, grab Scarface, Deeply Rooted. That shit about 3 months out, man. You know.
Support.
Welcome to Chicago where the MCs play, and we wreck down microphones every day. Big beats hit the street, see gangsters roaming, and parties don't stop till 8 in the morning. On top of Sears Tower overlooking the sky. Oh my, it's alumni from Bolingbrook High. Welcome to Chicago where the MCs play, and we wreck down microphones every day. Big beats hit the street, see gangsters roaming, and parties don't stop till 8 in the morning. On top of Sears Tower overlooking the sky. Oh my, it's alumni from Bolingbrook High.